I feel like no one talks about this, and honestly, I never thought about this until I got into a serious relationship and was actually starting to think about kids in the future. I'm somebody who has a chronic illness, and also my hormones have been all over the place because I spent like 7 years bartending, and I just had bad diet, and so many other factors played into it in my hormones getting out of whack. I've had irregular periods more than regular periods, and I got my period when I was 14 and I'm now 27. Everybody always like wrote it off as, oh, well, it's because of your cystic fibrosis. Or they'll be like, oh, it'll eventually regulate. Or they want to put you on birth control. And I went off of birth control when I was 18 years old, and I will never go back on it. But anyways, when you start thinking about having kids in the future, the first thing is you need to have regular periods. My periods used to be so irregular. One time I went a whole year without getting it. Then I was getting it every 2 weeks. Then I was getting it every few months. And I never knew when I was ovulating, none of that. When everybody started talking about like cycle syncing, I'm like, I don't even know what phase of the month I'm at because I haven't had my period in 3 months. I was doing a lot of research about PCOS, and a lot of people had talked about like the ingredient inositol, because another thing, I'm insulin resistant. So I started taking this stuff right here by O Positive. I started taking it August of 2024. So right now it is June of 2025. So it's been about 11 months. I've taken it very consistently. I did stop around the 6-month mark to take a few weeks off, and I ended up going back on it because I was like, wow, that stuff actually works. Also, my period is regular, and now I literally know like when I'm ovulating. I never thought I'd be so happy to like have my period, but it makes me feel like a little more comfortable about the thought of like getting pregnant in the future, because with cystic fibrosis, I've always known that it's going to be harder for me to have a baby just because my body like produces extra mucus. But then add like hormone issues on top of that, and that's not even like factoring in if my partner has any issues like with his testosterone or anything. But I'm telling you, not only that, but my face, I used to think I just had like a really round, like chubby looking face. I'm talking about literally your whole body will thank you. And my skin, like my time of the month, I barely have hormonal breakouts anymore. I'm gonna link it down below, but I always recommend like do your own research and make sure it's something that is like suitable for you.